Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Look, we are seeing a lot of economic uncertainty related to the current market conditions, and we're seeing a lot of companies having to relate and change to the current circumstances. One business which is doing so is Turo, who is laying off around 150 workers, and they are citing this exact reason: economic uncertainty. Now again, like I've said in many of these videos, when we look at companies like this, laying off only 150 workers, compared to some other big brands, it might not seem like that much, but we'll have a look at the percentage of it, and we'll have a look at what this really means. And the broad sentiment here that I want to focus on is the actual fact that so many companies are cutting back. So many companies across so many different sectors. I want you guys to just take a minute to look at this chart. I've shown it you many times before, but this really focuses on how significant of an issue this is. Anyway, let's get straight into this one and let's have a look at the latest with Turo. So they are laying off 15% of their staff. Again, that shows the significance in terms of a percentage, which perhaps places a bit more importance on the actual number of people losing their jobs here. Now, this is a car sharing platform that gained notoriety when vehicles rented on the app were used in a deadly truck crash, or attack I should say, and that was obviously, well, it's not good, is it, for the brand image. With that being said, they're known as the Airbnb for cars. They boast around 240,000 vehicle listings, actually 340,000, nearly 1,000 employees as of March as well. So obviously quite a significant brand, quite a big brand. And you know, really Turo, they are kind of the main brand in this space, or at least that is the way it seems to be. With that being said, they are in a position now where they have to reevaluate a few things. And due to ongoing economic uncertainty, and in order to strengthen their position for long-term growth, they've made the very difficult decision to reduce the size of the workforce by around about 15%. So it was added in a message of gratitude for departing employees and said that the company would support them with the transition, but didn't answer the specific question about severance pay. And you see that so many times with these businesses, right? Really, if we're being honest, that's the way you support employees. You either pay them, or perhaps you help them to find a different job. So it still remains in a strong financial position as a business, and the team will progress, united in their mission to put the world's 1.5 billion cars to better use. The brand was founded in 2009, and they've been going for quite some time, as I'm sure you guys are aware of. And in the last couple of years, we are seeing really interesting figures coming from the brand, right? Turo turned profits in 2022, 2023, and the first 9 months of 2024 per filing. Back in 2022, they began filing income statements with the Securities and Exchange Commission in preparation for an initial public offering, which would put the company's stock on the market. But Turo withdrew those plans recently in February, with the CEO writing that the move was consistent with public interest and protection of investors. And again, right now, we're seeing the brand laying off staff. Look, so many companies are, simply put, aware of the position that they find themselves in. Now, it seems that dependent on the brand, the reason for cutting staff will vary, as you might expect. Some of them, it seems to be that they're simply looking for more profitability. Others simply admit to the fact that they are not making the profits that they once were. And unfortunately, when it comes to cutting costs, as I've said many times before, guys, unfortunately, staff is one of the quickest and easiest things to get rid of. It's very unfortunate, but this is the reality of the situation, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give us a like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Goodbye for now.